So I think most everyone knows that I've been in North Carolina for disaster relief, part of Hurricane Helene with Save Our Allies. Save Our Allies, nonprofit that began during the evacuation of Afghanistan, then went on to do humanitarian aid in a variety of conflicts on many continents, doing personnel recovery and extraction kind of all over the world. We're headquartered out of North Carolina. And so when this hurricane came through, it was at our back door. I just flew back to Texas. I'm at home. I'm going through all of my gear, trying to make sure I didn't lose anything. But I was going to give the best update that I can about kind of what it's like there and relief efforts moving forward. One of the main reasons that I came home, one is so that I can start doing the long-term sustainment support that is going to be involved with power, commercial partners, government agencies. But the biggest relief came from the United States military. Yet again, not surprising that our men and women in uniform with flags on their shoulders, when they show up, things change. So we had the 82nd Airborne, 101st. They're airborne. They're on their way. There's one of my puppies back there, and the immediate difference when military starts getting involved in an operation, when they say, "Hey, we're here to do real work," it's indescribable how different it is. So let's talk about disaster on the ground. It is nothing what you are seeing on the news is accurate. Specifically the missing and the death count. Those two things are so pathetically inaccurate that over the coming weeks, all of us that have been on the ground, Laurel Lake and Hickory, the things that we know 100% to be true, everyone else, there's no way that you can hide unless you're bulldozing entire lakes and communities, which they might try to cover, literally, figuratively, and metaphorically, the complete catastrophic loss of life and the failure by some of the federal and state response. I know there's a lot of bootlickers that are going to task to defend organizations, but the loss of life isn't significantly greater. It's because of the initial civilian response. There were 30, 40 helicopters within 48 hours that were flying out of the Hickory Airport doing evacuations and search and rescue. Some of these pilots, for example, I'm in this Bell. It's me, this guy named Ryan that I can't even tell you who he is, the most remarkable operator on the planet. This pilot takes the one skid and touches his skid on the side of a mountaintop because there's no other way to land or access this house. So Ryan and myself can jump from this helicopter to go and check on a report of some loss of life in a house. It's his helicopter. This is a civilian pilot putting his life, his finances, his helicopter on the line to do. It's just so American. And then we started triaging houses about how to access places, and all those people that have Toyota Land Cruisers and overland vehicles, we all owe them an apology, because what they did and the houses that they were able to access, where you had FEMA yo, you can't get up there, and they're like, you want to make a bet? You want to make a bet if we can get up there or not? In the back of this car, we have water, we have generators, we have battery packs, we have batteries, we have food, we have water filters. I promise you, we can get up there, and they did. And I'll tell you, this is an absolute fact. And if this doesn't make it on a t-shirt, if this isn't a permanent in our forever memory, it's that one redneck is worth 100 PhDs. That's the truth. One redneck with a chainsaw, with an ATV, with a four-wheeler, that dude, him clearing roads, him with the winch, him with the chain, that one redneck is effortlessly doing more than 100 PhDs that were shipped down from DC. Y'all can just turn around and go back. That's what you can do. Give me another redneck. Sean Lee, the Save Our Allies Ground Force Commander, you are incredible. The man was there before I got there. The man is there. I've already left. He's still there doing the work. Mrs. Palmisciano, you are such an amazing person. Picking up the phone, she's crying as she's telling me about what she just had to deal with and the emails that she's dealing with about people asking for help that they can't get access, while she's triaging thousands of other emails asking for help, while she's triaging thousands of requests for volunteers, while she's triaging thousands of emails about resupply missions. So thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to all the people that stepped up. Thank you to the Heart of America to reach out to those that are in need. We are 30 days away from an election. 30 days away from an election that could completely reshape and change the face of this nation. Please go register to vote. Please go and vote. Go find all of your friends. Make sure they are registered to vote with their current address so they can vote. Another thanks that I want to make sure, we can't do a lot of this work. People were giving us Starlinks, battery packs. I had thermal imagers from Trigicon, binoculars from SIG, Garmin InReaches, PVS 37s or 31s. Another thing that's super overlooked, this is like my sleep system. So like that's my military Whoopee. That's a little mattress, roll-out mattress, a hammock, and a little pillow cube. That went with me everywhere. If I didn't get the little bit of sleep as I was sleeping on the ground or I was sleeping in the back of a car, I would be... So I'm a mess right now, just to be fully transparent. I needed to come home and I am going to like emotionally and spiritually and physically refuel. I would be dead, like not physically, but there'd be nothing left for me to run on had I not been. So like this stuff is super important, being able to do the work. So thank you to people that make good stuff. Like I bought some of this stuff. Some of this stuff was just given to us. We got amazing tents coming in. I just thank you. I'm just so full of joy and gratefulness. Specifically General Donahue, 82nd Airborne, 101st. You know, like when you guys showed up, things started to change. And that just gave me this pause of, okay, like, man, I think I can step away and start doing some stuff. Sarah Verardo, Nick Palmisciano, you guys are heroes. You know, Dan Holloway going up, no surprise, just starting to take swings at people not doing their jobs. Thank you. Just thank you. That's it. Thank you. We live in the greatest country in the world because of the people that live in it. And I'm just so grateful for the heart of people that came out from private sector, civilians, volunteers, veterans, the special operations guys that came. I don't think there was a helicopter that was flying that didn't have like a Navy SEAL, a Green Beret, a special missions unit dude that was sitting there jumping off of a helicopter to go run and save people. You guys are just absolutely amazing. Every single one of you. I love you to death. Chris Pratt, Jocko Willink, Tulsi Gabbard, Mike Waltz, you know, leaders that are doing exactly what you want from our leaders, which is, you know, doing the right thing. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I had like two other things to say, but I can't even remember what they were. Support Americans, support Save Our Allies. You can go to saveourallies.org, North Carolina. We are going to be there for a long time. This is not going to go away. This level of devastation. There's some pretty incredible videos of demonstrating what happens when a valley washes away and all of the houses at the bottom topography, you know, the lower elevation levels, as that momentum of the mountain starts cascading down. You know, it's a force that just you can't understand, and you cannot imagine the devastation until you see it. You've seen videos, you've seen pictures that I put in, and hundreds and thousands of people that are putting on. That is not what it's like down there. When you get into those mountains and those people are surviving by a thread, they haven't had fresh water, they haven't had power in a week, they're not going to for a long time. They might be told they can't stay and live in the house that they're currently living in. I mean, it's going to get weird. It's weird right now, but it's we're living in some dangerous times. So God bless you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Save Our Allies, and continue to support Save Our Allies and everything they're doing. So take care.